Sure. I think you can see why Creighton's #2 team in the league. Just a really talented, experienced team. And, I thought we had tremendous effort and executed the game plan on several possessions. But if you just give them a step, they make you pay for it. So I thought Creighton, like I said, you can see why they're the #2 team in the league. And pleased with our players' effort. And a game like this shows you how much you have to execute every possession, offensively and defensively, to get a team like this.
Questions for Jorie and Taylor?
In a game like this where Creighton is just able to move the ball around so quickly, like how do you keep both of you, how are you able to just stay level-headed on the court?
Yeah, on defense, it's a scramble every possession, and that's what we prep for. That's what makes Creighton good. They move the ball really well, and they can score from pretty much every position. So that's what we prepped for and practiced the past couple days. And we knew, as a team, we were really going to have to help each other. Help on their drives, get back to their shooters. So you're constantly in scramble mode, talking, communicating, trying to cover them up, and you just really can't relax against a team like Creighton. They'll make you pay for it.
Did you have anything to add to it?
I would just say it's a level of trust. Trusting your teammates. We worked on it in practice. We knew we were going to have to keep moving and staying on our toes. So, good.
Taylor, the last few games you use yourself scoring-wise, but tonight you burst out for 26 points. What was different today?
I wouldn't say nothing is different, but a couple shots fell, and I just had that extra boost of confidence, and my teammates were cheering me on. Yeah.
Jorie, as the season gets to the end and you're in your final year, what's something you want to get out of these final games?
Some wins.
Well stated.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. This season has been very special to me. My time at DePaul has been very special to me. This is my home. This is my family. So I'm just soaking up every last second I have and hopefully get some wins.
Back to you again, Taylor. We know this Jorie Allen is coming to near the end of her career here. She's most likely leaving the fort to you. What have you learned from her throughout this season?
How to be a leader, a vocal leader too. I feel like I am a leader, but she's more of the vocal leader, and I feel like I'm learning how to do just that.
All right. One more for Nick. Jorie, I believe in the second quarter, Meg took a charge and the whole bench was fired up. I know you guys have a charge club, but what does it mean to be able to watch one of your teammates, and why is that something you guys take pride in? Because for the most part, it probably hurts.
Yeah, the charges don't feel good. We were really excited for Meg because she was in a position today with our defensive strategy. She was going to be in a help position, and we needed her to take some charges. And taking a charge takes guts. It's a hustle play. It's being in the right mental place to be focused enough to be in the right position. So it takes a lot out of you, and it's such a momentum, change within the game. To boost momentum for your team, maybe stop a run on their side, the opposing team's side. So it was just a key play for us, and we take pride in taking charges because it takes guts.
All right, Coach. The last time y'all had 18 turnovers or more was against Seton Hall. What happened tonight? I think you all had about 18 turnovers tonight.
Yeah, I think they did a very good job, on making things difficult for Jorie, and also just doing a great job defending us in our baseline out of bounds plays. We don't generally turn it over very often in baseline out of bounds plays, and we had a few turnovers there tonight, and then they're a great defensive team. Keani Lockett especially is really tough on the ball, and like I said, there's no kind of question why they're #2 in the league, and they're an NCAA tournament team, and they're going to make things difficult. And Jim Flannery does a great job with them, so they know where we're trying to get to, when we're trying to get there, and they make it very difficult. And when you're having to pass the ball and someone's got to get open, and it's just, again, I say it a lot. It's like our players desire though to make something good happen, and sometimes we don't make the right decision. We want to run something, it's defended, so now you've just got to kind of go to the other side, and sometimes we just don't do that.
Jill, this isn't the first time you guys have went neck and neck with another Big East opponent or a high caliber opponent and then kind of fizzled away at the end. Do you believe, especially with a young team, in the philosophy that a team has to learn how to win before you can actually win?
I mean, I think all teams, in a sense, have to learn how to win. But in a game like this, you're talking about Creighton's got 4 graduate transfers, 2 seniors and 2 juniors. And I don't know if it's, you can say they've learned how to win, or you can just say they got a ton of experience and they've been very successful. So they've already learned how to win, and they have expectations for themselves, and they got great players. When I talk to the team in the locker room after, it's just you see yourselves competing at this level, and a game like this teaches you just how perfect, in essence, you have to be on every possession in order to have the game go your way. And I thought they did a great job. They were very physical on Taylor, very physical on Kate, and Kate and Taylor are learning how to play through that. So I think it always helps when a team has success and experience, and sometimes, especially young players, we have a lot of young players or minimally very inexperienced players. They sometimes just grade it by a win or a loss, and you can't. We've not taken that approach at all this year. So when they get a win, we would have felt a whole lot better about ourselves going into Seton Hall. But you have to make sure your team sees the success they did have. But then when we weren't quite ready, Jensen hit the bucket. When we didn't cover a ball screen correctly, they hit a 3. When we didn't match up with Morgan Molly in transition, she hit a 3. So that's what great teams do. They make you pay when you make a mistake.
And Coach, Taylor had to fight through a lot of screens on Lauren. Talk about her being able to fight through those screens and battle back and still be able to put out the production she did scoring-wise.
Yeah, we have high expectations for Taylor on both sides of the ball. It's not just on the offensive side of the ball. And that's been part of her transition here, is that she's really gotten better on the defensive end of the ball. I think she knows how much importance we put on the defensive end of the ball. Natalia started out on Jensen, and then Taylor knew she was going to make that move over to Jensen at some point. And I think you could see in Taylor really having a desire to try to stop her. And then you can see in Lauren Jensen's game, she's really talented, and if your hand's not up, it's going to be a 3, but just trying to get a hand in her face and dealing with, the last time we played Creighton, and I asked the team, well, what makes them so good? They never stop moving, and that really makes it tough on the defensive end. So, we expect Taylor to be a great defender, on-ball defender on the defensive end, and still go down and be productive on the offensive end.
Joe, with the news of the practice facility being delayed at least a year, I'm curious from a recruiting perspective, how does that affect recruiting for at least the next couple of years without it?
I think when it was coming, it's just a lot of excitement. We're not going to dwell on the fact that it's been delayed a year. You have the opportunity to play in the Big East at a successful basketball program at DePaul University. There's still a ton of great selling points and reasons for players to come and choose to play at DePaul. So, it's just going to be delayed a year. It's not like we don't have a lot of great things still to talk to recruits about. So, we all got the news, but there's a lot of great reasons to come to DePaul.